The impeachment process is on. President Trump and House Democrats are now on a collision course.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced a formal impeachment inquiry of President Trump on September 24th.
Today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
Finally, dude, it only took you absolute imbeciles more than 2 years to finally start this process. Good. Trump is incredibly corrupt and not even good at hiding his corruption, and I'm glad that the Democrats have finally decided that finger wagging wasn't going to cut it. But why now?
The White House has just released a transcript of President Trump's July 25th phone call with Ukraine's president.
In that call, the president asked for an investigation of Democratic presidential hopeful Joe Biden and his son Hunter, who used to be a director of a Ukrainian oil company.
A whistleblower report that was placed following this phone call is what prompted the formal impeachment investigation to be finally opened, which, not gonna lie, is probably one of the worst reasons to start a formal investigation, considering that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are openly corrupt, regardless of Trump asking for a quid pro quo from the leader of Ukraine to look into the matter. Hunter, who's an incredible fail son, does have a history of securing a lot of weird high-paying jobs and gifts from foreign companies, which he alleges have nothing to do with his relation to Pop Pop, who was the vice president at the time. Hunter literally got discharged from the Navy in 2014 for testing positive for cocaine use, a drug that leaves your system after 24 hours. And then he promptly got hired by an insanely corrupt Ukrainian natural gas company, Burisma Holdings, the month that its owner's assets were frozen because of his corruption. The right wing is, of course, also spinning a false story about Biden going after corruption in Ukraine and even threatening to withhold aid, but Biden's actions were actually legit, since the corrupt Ukrainian prosecutor Biden got removed was the one that refused to cooperate with the international investigation. So Biden was actually advocating against Hunter's best interests on that one. Still, perhaps the worst possible way to start this process, since there is corruption on both sides. And even though it's not morally equivalent, it does start things off on a seemingly partisan note, as if the Democrats only care about impeachment now that they want to protect Joe Biden. So how does impeachment work?
It may just be 4 pages long, but the U.S. Constitution spells it out, starting here in Article 2, Section 4, with the 3 big impeachable offenses. Treason and bribery are pretty clear-cut, but high crimes and misdemeanors leaves room for argument, which leaves room for politics. It's up to the House of Representatives to accuse the president of one of those offenses.
Which is what the Democrats did. But there's another side to this: the Senate. If the House of Representatives are like the prosecutor in the impeachment proceedings, then the Senate operates as the judge and jury.
Any member of the House can propose charges. All that's needed is a simple majority vote. If it's voted through, the president is impeached, but this doesn't yet mean he's been convicted. For that to happen, it's kicked over to the Senate,
where the Republicans have a majority. And even then, after the senators hear the evidence, 2/3 of them will need to convict, which, again, probably won't happen because Republicans are absolute ghouls. Back in 1998, Clinton was impeached, but then acquitted in the Senate. And the only president who's ever almost got convicted was Nixon, who resigned before his basically guaranteed impeachment. So all in all, Trump's impeachment is good and well-deserved. Most importantly, because Trump is insanely corrupt and he's not even good at hiding it, okay? Which is a fact which most Americans should care about. His potential violations of campaign finance laws to pay hush money to keep his extramarital affair with a porn star quiet while his wife was pregnant, his violations of the Emoluments Clause, and his constant use of his position to enrich his businesses, his very obvious obstruction of justice. Oh, and the fact that he's a pathological liar. I mean, there is no way the man won't perjure himself. Don't forget, Bill Clinton didn't get impeached for copping dome in the Oval Office. He got impeached for lying about it. Also, Democrats keep talking about how Trump is eroding constitutional checks and balances and destroying our democratic institutions, which is also kind of true. So why wouldn't they impeach him? I mean, it's insane that they haven't tried until now. Because if you think that Republicans wouldn't seize on an opportunity like this if a Democratic president was even a fraction as openly corrupt as Donald Trump, you are out of your mind. I'm Hasan Piker, and this has been The Breakdown. Want to see more videos like this? Well then, subscribe to the TYT channel below. Also, don't forget to become a TYT member. You can get access for as little as $4.99 a month. Also, download the TYT Plus app on your phone, or head over to tyt.com/join today.